condition, how do you expect that that will bring great peace and great joy? It cannot bring eternal peace. Only which is within, which is your own, there you can have that eternal freedom, eternal peace, eternal joy. No? This is Upanishad suggests that we are by our very nature divine and we are by our very nature infinite. We though body wise I am finite, mind wise I am finite, our sense perception is limited, it can go up to that length. All the five organs have their own limitation. Eye can only see that much. Ears can hear up to that much. There's a particular wavelength. This ear cannot catch the vibration in another frequency. So it is all limited. Everywhere we are restricted, restricted, restricted. So this restricted view, seeing to the restricted instruments, cannot give us the view of the infinite. And because we are by basic nature, we are divine, we are infinite, therefore we cannot be satisfied with anything which is dependable, which is limited, which has a change, which is subject to decay, which is subject to birth, growth, and decay. So anything, that's why no one is happy with whatever they get, still they are not happy. Suppose someone is happy, think that, oh, I will be very happy if I have become little rich by getting some money. And with much hard effort, one may earn that money. That afterwards, then the same earning does not give them satisfaction. Want little more, little more, little more. There's nothing wrong because we are infinite. We cannot stop there. Upanishad says that nalpi sukhamasti. There is no sukha or happiness or joy. That which is alpo, little. And bhumantu eva vidigyasasya. Bhumaiva sukham. There is only sukh or happiness which is in bhuma, infinite, limitless. So we will have to explore that limitlessness, not to try or effort and make our efforts only through the limited something. And limited something will bring its own consequences. Achievement is no achievement, attainment is no attainment. You have higher attainment, more, more, more. Someone may be planning that I want to be CEO of a company. And so how much struggle you have to do, how much competition is there to reach that level of, or what do you call that, ability or skill to develop work, incessant work. But when you get that, then we'll be thinking, I got the CEO, then what next? This is a small company. I want to be CEO of a bigger company. Why he does not stop? Because he cannot stop. Because that is a force that will push us all the time until and unless we reach that which is infinite. So that is the struggle. We look at the animate world, inanimate world, subhuman level, to human level, to gods and goddesses even. This imperfection remains because when you are struggling to have it, and more want. Need is one thing, want is another thing. We have to make a distinction between that. What is the need? How much I need? Even if I have the opportunity, say big rich people we hear about that, no? Rich people, they have swimming pool in their home, they have their 20 rooms for staying, guest room, this room, that room, furniture is this and that. But when you sleep, how much space you need? How big may be the bed, but how much you need to sleep. And we find, I'm not saying that we should not have things, but if we calculate this way, well, it is a psychological joy. I have a big house, I have a big place, and I have a big bed, I have a big royal this and royal this. It's all in mind. But really, how much I can enjoy? Whatever may be the sensate object, how much capacity I have to enjoy it. Even given to me, we have. So that's why you look at that people who have reduced their want to the condition of need. We say, when we want this one, that, nothing wrong. I'm saying, I'm not criticizing anything. But let us have that. But try, can it give me peace? You can get peace born. But for that, as Swami Vivekananda said, the ek bindu anande toy, ek ek sindhu, এক বিন্দু আনন্দের তরে এক সিন্ধু মানে for a drop, attaining one drop of joy, no? We have to labor so much. We have to give so much energy to it to receive that little thing. And that does not stay, it is for a split second it comes and it goes away. Like you put sprinkle some water in the hot fry pan. It makes it little and evaporates immediately. So this is the temporariness of the so-called sensate experiences. So shall we not have lived this life? Shall we be all brutal and kill ourselves and say, okay, no. The attitude is the question. What am I trying to reach? What type of peace I wanted to reach and how can I get it? That's why in making more expectation and desire or want, no? Will that make me happy? See, those who plunge into that type of thing, look at that. Morning till night, they have no time to look at themselves, no time to sleep, no time to take care of the children, no time to take care of the family, no time to for fun and joy, no time even. Work. We call workaholic. And bringing so much money to pay so much tax, bringing so much energy given this way and exhausting in the other way, body get tired. So we kill ourselves almost in this pursuit of happiness, but we do not know that this expectation is not bad, but we should not make us really like a slave of it. So this is the point that any type of expectation is not bad. We should do that, but with a full knowledge that what we are going to do, is it fulfilling my hidden desire or expectation? You go in the backside, your high cube block. Yeah, there. Yeah. We will see it. So this expectation is the question. How much we expect? That's why we just on the contrary look at that. Those who have reduced their want, not want, but want to the need, they are most happy people. Consciously, not a beggar can say that I have reduced my want to the need. They are forced under that condition. But suppose a bright, brilliant boy wants to renounce everything. And when he wants to renounce, and our Belruman, they will say, what is your money, wealth, house, building, what you have in your name? So first sign and give it, distribute them. Come like a beggar. Otherwise that will be pull you again. I have my share, my mom has kept so much money for me and this and that. So so that is the condition. Of course, someone wants to be a monk, why is he will keep all this monetary connection? No, that's not. But still, question is that keeping that want to the need minimum and go to the wandering monk. Wandering monk, they have reduced their need to the level of zero. Wandering monk, they have no home to stay. Sky they do, grass they bed, and food by chance what you get. Be happy with that. That is the way of the monastic. Thousands and thousands of monks in India. How they live. And look at them, they're happy people. How they are getting happiness? This is to understood. Increasing the need, look the people who are in the need to the want increasing the want, going up. No time, no breathing, no sleeping, no rest. I'm like a machine spoiling ourselves. And the person, he willingly discards this, reducing the need to the minimum, how much I need, and then what happened? See, they get time. Time for what? They can give time for meditation, they can give time for study of the scriptures, they can go for holy company, they can go to the pilgrimage. So this, I'm not saying that we should have to give up that way, but to get peace, this is thought seriously to be taught. What should be my internal attitude? In life, you have your children, you have your home, wife, so you need everything. But how much is the need and how much is the want? We must have to make a little sharp analysis in our mind. So if it is, we can curtail our that want to the need. Good health, good food, a good car, which will undergo here an office, this, that. We need all these things. And pulling it down this way, and saving the time for finding our eternal life, eternal peace. And if I am to do what more, no problem. You be a CEO, nothing wrong. Great established people, they also can think of God more. But there should be one idea. I need not to hanker for this, increasing my want and kill myself, rather than let me reduce my need to whatever a gentleman in a civilized society with dignity and honor live. And you should have sufficient to charity to give it to others. Nothing wrong. But there's a purpose should be there. And we have to remind ourselves that no one has succeeded in fulfilling the want to the degree and have got permanent peace. You don't find anyone. In that case, Buddha would have been the best example. He was a prince. His father wanted that he should be a king. And he had nothing to do. His father's kingdom, he just sit there and literally he's already there. But he has the analytical mind to see where is peace and how to transcend this dukkha. The main teaching is dukkha. No? Life has suffering. It does not need to learn it from some textbook studying in the university. All of us in our lives in tussle every day from childhood to today's life, We all know what is called suffering. And suffering is that every day at the background of our all experiences. But how to shall we be a victim of suffering and cry and weep? Buddha found out the way, how. He experimented the world, saw the suffering, old age, disease, death. These are inevitable consequences. It will happen in everyone's life. So should be more careful how to utilize our time and energy to get total freedom from all these sufferings and bondage. So that should be the criterion. We have to think about that. So Buddha then took this path of what we call renunciation. He is an extreme example. Does not mean Ramakrishna didn't come only for few months. Buddha didn't come only for few months. Buddha's religion of Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami, that idea, millions of people have benefited all over the globe. What about Christ? Christ was what? He was a beggar, a sannyasi, a monk. His guru was a monk, baptized him in the waters. You look at Ramakrishna was a monk. They are being the greatest example before us that who are the happiest people in the world. But okay, what about the householder? They will not be a monk, it's not necessary. But how to be in life and live a life to get that great joy, unending joy in our day-to-day pursuit of life. Reducing, we have to find more squeeze much time for us to look at ourselves. Buddha did that totally focused on himself and not dependent on anything outside. He started sitting in the under the bo tree and with that resolution that I am not getting up from this seat till I realize that ultimate truth. No? And he did that introspection, understanding everything is changing, everything is dukkha. And why dukkha? Because Trishna. Why? Because of the desire. Buddha's formula, first formula, why so much dukkha? Because you are born. Why am I born? Because you have some karma. Why did you do karma? Because you have some desire. If you have no karma, you go to shopping. Why? You need something. Because you need this, you have a desire to fulfill something and you try to go and reach that. So he give all the policy going around, coming back to the point, you Trishna. But Trishna means excessive thinking of want, excessive expectation, want. No? Therefore, we should be aware that what is our goal of life and how we are fulfilling that goal. We are to reach that infinity where Narada Rishi says that prema in Bhakti school says Bhakti is parama prema sharupa. Prema means what? Love. Love for what? Love for that truth which we call God. And love always does one thing. What love does? Love unites. And when love unites, the duality collapses. Even human love. They unite and they live on the joy for that moment. The whole world vanishes there. People forget time, space, causation. Now, if that is applied in our spiritual life, falling in love with God, and then practicing our whole life, rotating around that, and doing what is to be done in duty in this life, one can attain that peace. Detachment does not mean to go away, run into the forest. It has been the mental training, mental attitude which can be developed, that being in the world, thinking it is God's work, whatever I am doing, serving God. So same, you may have big house, no matter. When I think it is God's, then my problem is gone. When I bring myself, then I remain dissatisfied. When we take surrender to God, then you know God is the boss. It is His world, it is His play going on. So then our peace, anything happens, loss or gain, it does not bother me because it is God's work. We say, we tried and it's your thing, you just whatever you want to do. When I bring my awareness in myself, I and me and mine, then every complex situation arises in the mind and we are subject to dukkha, suffering. And that so this practice of loving God, or in Vedantic language if we say, see where is perpetual happiness and how we are getting joy in the sensate objects. Food you take, nice meal, nice cooking. It is a sensate experience. How long the sensate experience? Seeing something good gives instantly some good feeling, followed by frustration when you don't see the same thing you want to see that. How you get disappointed when you have planned to go for visiting Hawaii or some other place and the plan fails? What happens? Don't you feel upset by that? Even expecting and planning everything, it didn't work, that gives frustration. So if I think that is God's will, I tried, it didn't happen. See, instantly you are in peace. Both ways are open. But to understand that whenever we are trying to get anything through the senses, it has this limitation and it is followed by suffering. First of all, it is difficult to attain. But if you attain to that state also is not pleasing, it becomes not so good and feel that I want something more. I am not, actually, I didn't want this. Even, the concept of most of the dualistic religion tells us what is the goal? Go to heaven. No? Vedanta says we don't like to go to heaven. Why? Heaven is not also a good place. Vedanta says, why are you going to heaven? If it is heaven is the ultimate goal, every day good food, every day singing, dancing, and eating that much. You will be bored, isn't it? Every day, somebody you have the same food, you like that, and it is served every day, morning, breakfast, lunch, supper, and again tomorrow, again, third day, again. How much you like it? After 4-5 days, you will be running away from that place because it becomes monotony. But before people think, oh yeah, what a great joy, no? But joy cannot come. That's the fundamental principle. To the small cannot give you the infinite. ক্ষুদ্র স্বল্প লইয়া থাকি তাই যাহা যায় তাহা মোর যায়. We always live with very petty little things. So if I lose that, or someone grabs that, or touch that, I immediately get lost. Anger comes, frustration comes, holding comes. People go to kill his own brother for mom's property, dad's property. Thinking that, I said, what are you doing? Your own blood relation brother, you are going to sue, go to court, give money, plenty of money to lawyers, and month after month, what? Net result, who is getting the benefit? Lawyer. And sleepless night, and you're feeling animosity to your own blood relation brother, thinking you will be happy. Okay, suppose you get the entire money and property. What then next? What next? Someone will eat everything. King Bhartiori was the king, and he was disgusted seeing the so-called love and relationship and this and that. So he became a monk. As a king, became a monk. And he wrote that verse which is called Bhartiori Vairagya Shatakam. 100 couplets on renunciation. Not ordinary people saying that you renounce. And he, being the king of a powerful king of a big domain of Indian territory, he renounced everything and he wrote his life's experience. He said, you have health, there is the fear of death, disease. You have life, there is the fear of death. You have money, there is he is the king, so it is a taxation. See, you make income, that's it. How much you do income, how much taxation you have to give out. No, tax. So it goes, you think that you will earn so much, but it goes that way. And everything in life is fraught with fear and a sense of losing. Because you live with little something, no? That's why all I live with petty stock of my supply. So if I lose anything out of that, I'm done. In my pocket I have $1,000. And if $10 goes, $10 is minus. And 20 goes 20. So ultimately 1,000 will be lost. But you are connected with the higher power that your supply. Ramakrishna said, no? Mother supplies, constant supply. Suppose your line is connected with high voltage line with a step down transformer. So when you get it, there is no load shedding, there is no power failure anytime. You are connected with source. That source is here. That is the infinite. That is God. That is our real nature, Satchidananda nature. So what boils down to this, that whatever we do, let us experience and see what can make me happy. If you don't believe in Buddha, if you don't believe in the great souls, Sri Chaitanya, Shankara, Bhartihari, you don't believe, okay, you go and try and struggle and see and come. Net result, let us see if you can find a new path, then everyone will follow that path. So here is the point, how to be aware that the effort to find joy through the limited senses and mind is a wrong attempt to reach that infinite, limitless bliss. But limitless, infinite bliss can be attained here and now. It is here with us, independent. Suppose you are all devotees, when you shut down your door and you sit for meditation, and if you have a good meditation here, who enjoys the bliss? How long it sustains you? Suppose one day all of us have some experience, no? Some day nice meditation or some prayer was very intense, or some tears of prayer with the tears, and very something feel there that very extraordinary, no? Does not that joy lingers in your heart for a longer time? So we need not have to go outside. Turn back to your home. Look at your own self. It is here, now. Only to turn our attitude. And then shall we all close, shut down all activity and sit like a Buddha-like meditation? No. With eyes open also see that same thing. With eyes closed, see here. What? That absolute divine reality as consciousness is behind me. And what is here? When anything in the world, there is no matter. It is all consciousness. What is that mind is manifested, we call it living being. Mind is manifested, senses are functioning more. And when it is not, we call inanimate. Even that inanimate, you go to the trees and plants. What they are doing, their life, they have life. They have intelligence, not like us. You trim a tree and you stop that it should not go to this light. But he will make its way to go that way. Whose intelligence is working there? We are only intelligent people. Here, same intelligence is there, same consciousness is here. Only their mind is not developed, intellect is not developed here, dormant. So, with eyes open, to see that one divine entity, with eyes open and eyes closed. This dual attack, we should have to attack the truth from this two angles. Keep the mind ready so that it can catch this presence of the divine everywhere. Rabindranath Tagore said, no? What he said? Oh Lord, please stand here in front of my eyes in the every blinking or every sight I see. Can I can see you there? So this is the way to the path of eternal freedom, eternal bliss. We are all searching for joy, but in the wrong way, searching to have more want, more want, more want. Infinite expectation. And there is no end of it. And no one have become satisfied by this. That's why Jajati said, no? That by experiencing and enjoying life, you cannot satiate. Now, kama, upabhogena sammoti. Our desires cannot be satisfied by fulfilling the desire more and more. But first, you enjoy. Understand, intelligently enjoy the world. Then we'll thank what I got, how I get joy from any sensate object. Because there is God. You see, you love with the beautiful shining leaves, sometimes glittering with the sunlight, no? It gives us joy. Whose joy is that? Who is shining behind it? So this extraordinary vision, we have to adapt in our life. And then I can see the same consciousness there and the same consciousness here. That's why that mood, that we create an experience of oneness, of reality and the divine presence everywhere. And that will be the fulfillment of human life. So much time. Half an hour, no? Okay. So, Narada I was talking about. You may say that why we are talking about this, why not let us be happy what we are getting now? That we can do also, that's our option. But Narada says that when one gets to this love of God, intense love of God, sadhus mean parama prema rupa, that love is the supreme attachment to that reality. No? Jat praptyo, attaining which, nakinchid vanchati, you will not desire for anything. You got it. That papyo no kinchit vanchati, no shochati. He will never be repenting for anything. Oh, I lost it. I should have got it. Why did I not? This frustration. Napinchit vanchati, na shochati, no ramate. You don't get excited getting something. No sai bhavati. Or neither depressed, neither excited. It is a state of economy of the mind will come. Young labdha, stabdho bhavati. You become still like Ramakrishna in Samadhi. The body becomes still. Attaining that truth, you become like stabdho bhavati, matto bhavati. You become intoxicated. You will be intoxicated, which there is no parallel. Girish Ghosh, that story you already know. He was drinking day and night. But is it? Some people think that drinking will make me happy. And started drinking. Then one day he first came to Ramakrishna and Dakshineshwar. So one drank so much and came out of the horse-driven carriage with one bottle on the left armpit, another on the other, and entered into Ramakrishna's room. Was almost leaving and seeing that entering Ramakrishna and Ramakrishna what he is doing? He is clapping his hand and singing Ma Kali Jai, Ma Jai, Ma Jai, Wala Sai something. And seeing Ramakrishna, see Ramakrishna in that state, Girish asked, he, what is this? Where did he get this brand that made him so intoxicated? I have drunk so much, but still I am not feeling that intoxication. What is this brand? What is the special thing? He's asking. And Ramakrishna listened to that. And what he said? Ramakrishna started singing a song. Surapan Kurinaya Shudha Khai Joy Kali Bole Mon Matale Matal Kare Mad Matale Matal Bole Surapan Kurinaya. Ramakrishna said, I do not drink Sura, the wine. I drink the nectar of mother's name. Taking divine mother's name, I get intoxicated. And that made me such reeling like that, no? And Girish Ghosh was tempted to reach that state by drinking. That's why he says that drinking of alcohol is called a matal. But mon matale matal. My mind has got intoxicated in the name of the divine. So this is the Bhakti Sutra. Jagyatva matto bhavati. And Ramakrishna something dancing, no? Ecstatic dance. Sometimes even calm, no light, sign of any life, no? Dr. Sarkar coming and putting stethoscope, no heartbeat, no pulse. Eyes are not blinking. And then put the finger inside. But still it's like a dead body. You're surprised, what is this? And again, after that, from some time afterwards, he's coming down. And he becomes a normal person again. So that is the point. There is much intoxicating thing in the name of the Lord and praying to God that can give us greater joy. Even Girish Ghosh failed to assess what type of intoxication is this. So that's why Narada says that it is stabdho bhavati, matto bhavati, atma ramo bhavati. They putting this condition is not from external something. It is Ramana with Atman. That means totally absorbed and merged into that Atman, which is a self, big self, cosmic self, or you can say devotionally, the beloved Lord. It is merged into that. So this is the attainment, end result of reducing the want, increase the want here and decrease the want outside. No? Ramakrishna says, as much as you move towards the east, you move one step this side, you are away from the other side. You cannot see that both sides I put the leg here and there. That is not possible. So if we want that higher joy, we are not to be loser, but we will get that joy which is endless, limitless, and all the saintly people have experienced that. In Vedantic perspective, they say, Sthita Prajna Sukha Bhasa, when we talk about, well, who is Sthita Prajna? Sthita Prajna is that person who has this experience that he is Dukkeshwaru Vignamana in the dukkha. When suffering comes, he does not get disturbed. Sukeshu Vigata Spiha, happiness has come, there's not excitement, not excited. That, oh my God, what I got it. No. Dukkeshwaru Vignamana Sukeshu Vigata Spiha, Bitaraga Vaikruta. He's gone from high. Fear has left him forever. We die every day. How much fear? About health. If tomorrow I am diagnosed with some cancer, my all good lecture will go away. Oh, I have cancer. What will happen? What will happen? But if you have a touch of inner joy, what it matters? The body dies every day. Every moment it is changing, changing. We are dying every day. What's the big deal? One day this process of dying will end in one point, and then they will cremate it. Finish. This is the point. People become abhaya. Avayam by pratishtha. That is the spiritual life means establishing our life in abhaya. That's fearlessness. With that, I was quoting that Bhakti king. He said that Sarvam Pustubhayanitam. Everything in this world is having its background that it is followed by fear to lose, to lose, to have the loss. Only Vairagyam eva abhayam. Detachment, practice of detachment. Detachment practice being in the home, why not? We can practice. It's God's children, God's house, God's everything, God, God, God. But what am I? I am not involved into it. Though I am there, I am not involved. So this gives freedom. This gives fearlessness. This gives anything happens, we can say it is not my doing, what can I do? Oh Lord, you please take care. It is your house, your building, your bank account, your this, your. Huh? Then mine, I am servant. That's all. I have nothing to do. All achievement, accomplishment, it is yours. See, though we live in the world, we get this fulfillment and frustration. I am not involved, it is not mine, oh Lord, yours. Christ said, no, my yoke is less than your yoke. No? We are to carry our own karma. But when we do for God, that releases us from all that. Because I am doing whole day, you went to office for Sri Ramakrishna. You served in the home for Sri Ramakrishna. You drove the car for Sri Ramakrishna. You take care of your child, it's for Sri Ramakrishna. You take care of your husband, wife, it is for Sri Ramakrishna. Then what happens? Where are you? You are already enjoying, you have no responsibility there. If you only become a servant has any responsibility? No. If we given this responsibility, we do it and report to God, oh Lord, I did this much. This was my capacity. You gave me the work and I did my best. It is yours now. So this is the point for what we want to reach, and that we should have to attain by just understanding what we want. We want that simple sentence. what we want, not talking God even. If some people say, I don't like the God idea. Okay, not necessarily. But you come back to the point, what you want? You want peace, you want joy, you want happiness, you want not to die, immortality. These are the four, five criteria. You don't want to be dominated by anyone. That is you want. How to reach that? Anything in this mortal world will have opposite experience of that. So if it is, we can see this God is doing here, God is working there. So my business is done. I can really enjoy being free soul. So this is the process, this is absolute peace. All the time we can be in peace. Don't take the responsibility on yourself. You are free. A child, see, in a home, mom, dad, brother, sister, a baby is born. Maybe there is serious problem. Mom, dad, there's sleepless night, running here and there. What happens to the baby? Baby is smiling, joy, cheerful. He has nothing to do. He is in the same home, no? Is he staying outside somewhere? Is a foreigner? No. Living in the same home, the same family condition. He is happy. He is smiling. He is cheerful. He is in his own world. He knows only my mom is there, dad is there. They will take care. Good, bad, it matters little. Here is stomach pain or headache or what, mom will understand. He is hungry or thirsty, mom will understand. He needs a clothing, nice dress or whatever, his mother knows. Isn't that? Five people living in the same home. See how we live with anxieties, worries, tension. I am the boss. I have this responsibility. I will have to do it. No? Do everything like a servant. Servant does everything. All the work is done when you reach man's house. Who does this all the work? Everything is done by the servant. But we are servant of God. That's why it is not like exactly the attitude of control and this and that. We are free there. So this should be our focus in life, that we want that joy. We know temporary joy. We all know. We know temporary peace, temporary happiness. This is within our purview. We have tested it many times. And we know that this limited joy, limited sense experience is no good. And then we know there is the life of these great souls we see before us. They have shown the path to attain to that absolute joy and absolute peace in the life by following certain method. Whole Gita suggests that Gita. Do your karma, give it to God. Try your best, give it to God. And release, get relaxed. Sleep well, smile well, dance well. Because you did your job, it is up to you. And that will gradually get. And that's why we need to do two things, as I said. One, spiritual practice. To turn here, to find the eternal reality in our heart, and to identify there. And also with the eyes open, with all my whole day, I am a servant, and servant of the Lord. And servant, the Lord is in so many forms. And asking my help in any way, that's my service. And if I can do service whole day to Ramakrishna and service here to be with him, here and there, 24 hours is spirituality. And 24 hours, if I can connect myself with the divine and powerful reality, I am powerful. All this fear, anxieties, worries have no place for a person who can live in this way. So we will pray to God so that we should have some such freedom, such such type of fearlessness, such type of searching for the infinite, being in the world, not entangled by the world. Will Jale ki, there is a song, no? And a Bengali song, Baul songs. I will take a dip in the river. I will swim deep, but my beni visible. My hair will not get wet. যেমন বেনি তেমনি রবে চুল ভিজাবো I will remain in the world. I will deep into the river, but I will protect inside my hair. That means be like a lotus leaf where the water falls and it seems that little water drop is holding on, but it has no attachment. Little wind comes and leaf trembles and this water rolls down. In the Upanishad they say, Ashami vo vijuyo rovani. Chandra Upanishad says, be like that, live in the world, and the horse, it rolls down in the ground, no? We are in the rolling in the ground of world, but stand up and shake it. And when the horse shakes so strongly, all those sand and everything from the body comes up. So that is the way to detach, live in the world, experience everything, but as a servant of God. Or Vedantic way, as you are divine. You are not the body, not the mind. All these experiences are limited experiences through the body and mind. You are neither of this and neither of the mind, neither of the body. You are that, you are. And that is beyond mind and body. So both ways, in bhakti and in jnana, reaching the same goal. Why? That's my favorite example. Many times I have given it. When you go to take it deep into the ocean, and suppose you are standing on the beach, Pacific Ocean or Atlantic, no? And you want to take a dip. What is the way out? Two ways are there. One way, the wave is coming, just bow down your head and let the wave go over your head. And another, take a, what do you call, bow. What's called it? Plank, what is the name?
Surfboard.
Take a surfboard and hold it, boom over. I am that. And they say, oh Lord, I am zero. Either you say I am zero, or you say I am that. In between, if you stand, the wave will hit hard and make your arms break and see, that's why we are troubled because of that. We are standing with our ego. Either make the ego zero by devotional practice, or make the ego above, I am beyond body mind. These are the two ways. But through in between whatever is there is this risk, and that we are subject to that. So the main synopsis of our discussion today, we have want. That's the human nature. We want more and more and more because we are infinite. But this want of through the sensate experience, through this, there is no end of it. As much as we go, there is more expectation. And even if we achieve that state, we never become satisfied. And even then, it becomes monotony. You become the king of the whole world even. Emperor of the world. That will not satisfy. There there's all this happening. So, and also all the experience, enjoyment, and fun, even in heaven. That is also not very expected result will come because that will give you monotony. So the least is the way it goes. Therefore, reduce the want to minimum need. And need, what is the need? Need is knowing myself. And for that need, other activities will be organized in that way. And seeing here and seeing outside will be the path to this liberation, path of liberation. Thank you all. I'm very happy that you all came here today. And it is always joy. Come more. Ah, because this benefit of coming to a center is this, we similar minded people get act together. Similar minded people are very rare. In spiritual life, to find similar minded people is very rare. All people will be of different attitudes and senses. And when really we want spirituality, we want peace, we want deathless state of our achievement, it is really, really rare. So even you come, sing some song, do whatever class, discussion, this, that, whatever, it's a benefit for you as who is coming. You are adding some vibration here and you are taking some vibration from here. When you come after whole troubled situation of the day, you feel some peace because people think about God here. This is the place. That's why you call it is temple. That's why we do the worship. Here in the form, how many times this type of discussion is going on? God, 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 God. No, it has its own impact. Yeah. Every sound has this deep impact in our life. If something bad word, someone uses the bad word, because it is used in a bad sense, so you get affected. Similarly, when this divine thought, divine ideas are again and again discussed, it creates a divine vibration. So make this place your own and join it more as much as you can and give support to this activity so that it becomes a vibrant place for bringing peace and eternal joy to whoever comes. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ram Krishna Panamustu. You have any question for 5 minutes?
It's a microphone.
If at all.
Say it.
Let me see. Is there any question? Anyone is having some question inside?
Anyone have a question? Maharaj, my hearing problems, but still I could hear something about the practical wanting in the world you described correctly. And Thakur says there's nothing wrong in accumulating the wealth, but spend it for charitable purposes. Also spend it for sannyasis and the devotees who are coming there. And this has got plenty of barriers to progress, Maharaj. That please enlighten me. One is, supposing there's an individual who has wealth, he tries to follow Sri Ramakrishna's advice. He's spending for charity, opening schools, hospitals, and he's also inviting monks and devotees, spending it. But he develops a pride, I am doing it. I am everything is good. He doesn't have that first barrier is not done by me. It's all his. I'm only the tool. That's karma yoga. That is first barrier. Second barrier, it's not my money, it's Thakur's money. That's the second barrier. There's too many barriers there. How do he overcomes all these things?
Barriers will be there. First of all, you see, I have money. I want money, I'm doing charity. Let that ego come. That's a good ego, rather than holding the money and using for one's own purpose. First barrier, let them have some ego. That I am a charitable person, I earn this much, I spend this much money for these poor people, for the orphan child, or this time. Good. Afterwards, he should mature that world does not depend on your charity. Then will come the idea, by doing charity, who you are serving. You should be thankful to the person who is getting that gift. Swami Vivekananda said, let the giver kneel down and receiver receive and bless. That will be next stage. One is sincerely doing by God's grace, this understanding will come. Then the whole scenery will change. I am learned. Yes, you must have that ego. That means learn very well the scriptures and this and that. Let you have some ego. And then you understand, oh, I am becoming egotistic. I have not realized it. I am only talking. So then awareness will come inside. By God's grace it will happen. But a good ego. First we'll have to bad ego versus good ego. And then good ego you have to transcend. We have to transcend all limitation. But step by step, step by step. And we are in different level of our mental development. So someone will be like that. Someone will be like that even they will give $10 and will make a beating on the drum and say, hey, I did this, I did that, and what? I donated. The other place one lady was saying, I did that, I did that, I did that. $25 donation he has given. And beating a drum, I did that, I did that, I did that. So that will be there. What can you do? But it will develop, develop. At least by God's grace it will happen. And we are all different level in our spiritual growth. So someone will be like that, someone will be like, but if they are sincere, everyone will be improved by God's grace. Okay? Okay. Anyone else?
I'll ask a
So,
question. How do I stay calm in the midst of a storm? Like I always struggle with that. Is it a characteristic, core characteristics of mine which I can never overcome, or is it something I should endeavor to overcome?
no, that is a big thing. It is whole life's struggle. It is our lifelong struggle. How make it off, make it off. Uh, they are all, that is our big struggle. How to remain calm in all situations. That is called sthita prajna. In the Gita says, no? Prajna is your wisdom, that is which comes out of mind. The sthita is stationary, stable. So that is our spiritual life and that is the struggle for our whole life. How to do that? We have to practice. How what to practice? We have to train in different ways. Analytical way will be there. I am restless. I am worried. Why am I worried? Now, if something happens, we will have to take care of it. Isn't it? So many people are going driving their car in the freeway. Accident happened. But what? No one will drive the car then? When it happens, they happen. Call 911. Call the paramedics. Whatever is needed, you have to take care of that. Why I am now thinking what will happen and feeling my sleepless night, worries. And this is one way. Another way is that I am not the boss of the world. So the Lord is there for me. Why not I give him surrender? But it's very difficult. I say I surrender, but I never surrender. I say, oh Lord, you take care of everything. But giving that, again think, oh, what will happen then? So we should be like Girish Ghosh. Take a picture from this side so that others can be, that your face can be everyone. Ah, this side, this side. So if we have to do that, okay, I did my best. Gita suggested that, Sri Ramakrishna said that, Upanishad suggesting that idea. The sages and saints are talking about that. Only one way, we have to not to take the total responsibility on our head. I am, maybe in my home, I have to take care of it. But you do the best you can do. And then why not say, oh Lord, with your power I did this much buddhi you have given me, I have exercised according to my buddhi, this much I have done. Good, good, bad, bad, I do not do anything. Why don't you please take care of the rest and let me sleep well? That is the surrender attitude. Huh? And another rational thing I told you at the very first point. If anything happens at any point, suppose I am talking, if I have a heart attack this night, what will happen? I don't some 911 will come and take me to the hospital, and they will do the treatment, what it should be done, that's all. But if I feel, if a heart attack happens tonight, tomorrow night, I will not be able to sleep any night. So we will have to take analytical path. If anything happens really, it will have to be taken. Whatever step it will take care. What happens? No? But suddenly you hear that from home somebody is sick or somebody has fallen down. So what will you do? From here, your path will be call, try any doctor you know, connect with them, call the ambulance, let them go there, and take all the precaution and measure and give it to God. So we have to learn how to surrender to God. And not don't take the responsibility of the entire thing on your shoulder. We are not capable of doing that, but we take the shoulder on our shoulder, all responsibility. It is God. God has created you. God has created your mom, dad, brother, sister, whoever you are thinking about. Huh? He didn't. He didn't think that he will not be able to manage. My presence is necessary. I am so insignificant. God's word will go on. Look at that some family where there is only one earning son, earning child. Something happened to him, and the parents are in utter distress. Somebody comes from outside, unknown, known people, and they come. Many of our monasteries, when they come with their bright, brilliant students, they are earning good money, this, that, and they give up everything and come to join, no? And in between, when they came back here, before that, there may be financial or some other problem, but suddenly something happened in their life. What will do? And then, yes, they may go through some trouble for some days, but ultimately God takes care. No. So we will have to think that there is our responsibility is there. We should do our best. Only one formula: do our best and give it to God. Or analyze if this thing happens and this will happen. We have to take the measure. What measure we can take at that point, and let every day before you sleep, make a mental image that you take a flower. All my anxieties, worries, and happiness, joy, whatever I have done, I offer it at your feet. And be free like a child. So this is the practice. Not that I will be, again, though we will give it, but we will take it back.
Consistency is always there.
That because we have no trust. But that is But this is our weak point also. But this is the way we are constituted. We will have to take care of it and say no. We have to surrender like Girish Ghosh surrendered. Girish surrendered to Ramakrishna. He thought, oh my God, good, I'm not to do anything. I will drink, I will do whatever. He made a condition. He said, he will meditate in the morning time. So I will not be able to do meditation and take God's name. But why? Well, I am a drunkard. When my morning will come, what day, every day, it may be 8 o'clock, it may be 10 o'clock, it may be, I cannot give you what. That's okay. You at the end of the, when you go to bed, yeah, why I shall go to bed? There is no such time for me. Then, okay. So all alternative suggestions he rejected. Then now Dussala, this rascal, I will take care of it. Okay, you give me Bokalma. You give me the power of attorney. He said, but cool, I have to do nothing. He will do everything for me. And he promised. So I have nothing to do. We are so excited. And his son passed away. He was going to cry. He's now in difficulty. He said, can I cry? This son, does it belong to me? I have given everything to him. How can I now think about that? He could not, emotion is totally full, heart is full of emotion. He could not cry even. I have given everything to him. Nothing belongs to me. So we should target to become Girish like that. We say, oh Lord, I give you, and within 2 seconds I take it back. And again thinking, what will happen, this will happen. But we have to tell again, hey, it's not right. Give it to God. Again train. And not to ignore anything, but to do justice to everything, the best I can do. Everyone has limitation, no? So we can do best, but give it to God. Okay, that. So tomorrow evening, no?
Same
Tomorrow
time, Maharaj?
Huh?
Is it same time, 7 o'clock?
Yes.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes. Tomorrow 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Is there any topic we have given?
No.
So you don't need any topic.
Yeah. You can choose your own topic, Maharaj. You can choose your topic.
What do you say?
Can we read
Or
the
some-
gospel?
or somebody has
Can we
any
read the
suggestion for a
gospel?
topic tomorrow? Anyone has any suggestion for a topic tomorrow?
Okay, ठीक है.
Yes.
Anyone? Have
Yes,
any?
devotion, bhakti.
Huh?
I always like to hear lots about devotion and bhakti and worship and topics like that are good.
Good. Okay. What have you seen?
She was saying gospel, Maharaj. If we can read some passages from the gospel and have a discussion.
Okay, I heard both the suggestions. We'll see what can come up with it. Huh? Vicky was saying, what?
We are saying that we have some box prasad.
Ah,
Please accept it from Maharaj before you leave.
okay. So, okay, we end here now today. Huh? Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace. Please come, I will be sitting here. And take one here.